Hey, folks, it's Gabriel, KCAA Radio, coming to you live from a new location. So, y'all kind of bear with us. I'm in a new studio, Audible Studio in Webster, Texas. Now, most of you may know that I am a Navy veteran, and I grew up here in the great state of Texas, in Clear Lake City. And I found a new home. I love supporting the environment. I love supporting my community. I love supporting others. And, it's through this relationship at Audible Studios that myself and my digital master wizard, Random, are going to be bringing forth some great podcasts. And we're going to be giving out the ability for you to record your own podcast and possibly be a presence here on KCAA Radio. It's been a little while since I've been on the radio again. I jumped off there for a minute to find myself, to move my RV, and to find peace. Often I have to disconnect from what we call reality in order to find my sanity. And so I've done that, and today is the first day that we are shooting here at the studio. So there may be some background noise, y'all bear with us, but, I appreciate every one of you for tuning in to me, for following me, for allowing me to be a voice. And, as a veteran, as a father, as a husband, as a son, as an uncle, as a brother, my voice is important to me, and veterans are my brother and sister of the military. And what a great day to be on the radio this Wednesday before Veterans Day. Veterans Day is 11/11, and to me that is one, the voice of one, right? It's very significant to me. I have it tattooed on my body, on my left ring finger. That's an 11, and it's tattooed on my heart because it's rebirth. And what a great day to celebrate veterans on a rebirth day. So many of us veterans have been struggling. So many of us veterans were taught to go out and fight an enemy that we can't really see, that we really don't understand. And Veterans Day is a great time to honor those that are here with us right now, that have taken a step into their faith of the country and putting their lives on the line to die for that faith. And, I was going to come to you, this staunch warrior, because I'm a warrior. I'm a rainbow warrior. I'm a rainbow warrior of change. I bring the light everywhere I go. And I've really been struggling with what I'm going to say. And, it turns out that it's a story about faith. It's a story about being a boy and growing into a man and losing the faith of who I was, losing the faith of love, losing the faith of love for thyself, love for this country, this planet, the universe. And so often in my journey to find faith, I'm always called to the water's edge. And the crazy thing is, I don't really know when I lost my faith, but somewhere I lost my faith in loving myself. And because I lost that faith, I really didn't have the capacity to love others. I could only love them the degree that I could love myself. And in most cases, I loved everyone and everything more than I loved myself, which is why I think I went into the military, was chasing that faith, and running from who I was and running towards death. Because, for the most of my life, I didn't love myself, and I didn't love life. I did when I was a child, but somewhere along the lines it got convoluted and skewed and became dark. And so when I quit loving myself and loved others more than I loved myself, I would put myself in harm's way for others. Maybe call it a suicidal wish. And, I spent my life doing that, jumping in the water to save lives, becoming a lifeguard, or, going into the military to be right during Desert Shield, and going to go put myself in a situation where I could face war, or, um, you know, just always putting myself in harm's way, whether it's in Harvey, where I jumped in the water to save people, or on a boat to rescue people. I was always trying to rescue everyone, and I never knew how to rescue myself, until I started searching for faith. And, to me, you can't find love without first having found faith in love. And so, today's story is a story about faith. It's a story about remembering who we are as men, as fathers, as brothers, as sons, as husbands, boyfriends, uncles, warriors. We're Men are born warriors. We're born fighting for love. We come out of this darkness, born out of the darkness into the light, and we fall in love with the first woman we see, our mother. And then we remember back that, we've always been in love, and now we're here and we're trying to figure it out. And we become brainwashed, and we become programmed to the ideologies of society, and the ideologies of our mother, and the mother before her, and the mother before her, and then our father, and the father before him, and the father before him. And so our ancestors and our relatives, we end up carrying all of that karmatic curse with us. And so as we come out of the womb, the darkness of light, right, or birth, rebirth, we're birthed into this world having no idea who we are again, because we've been reincarnated into this world. And we become programmed, and we lose sight of who we are. That ideology of who we are is taken from us. That I am presence. Well, I am. I was born. Who are you? Well, I am. And then we're told what our name is. I'm told that I'm Gabe, and then I'm told that I'm a boy, and then I'm told that I need to not cry, and I'm told that I'm not to show emotion. And that voice ends up becoming an instrument of instruction, and I became everything that everybody told me I was. But somewhere in the back of my mind or in my soul, I wasn't that. And so I became an object that didn't fit in, because everything externally was trying to tell me what I was. And I became opposite of that. I questioned everything. I felt abandoned by everything and everyone. And, I spent my life searching for I am again. And one day something happens to cause you to start to question everything and start to search for faith. And your journey in life becomes about faith. The faith that there is love out there, the faith that there is peace beyond war, the faith that there is love beyond anger, the faith that there is a lesson in the trials and tribulations of life, that Genesis is rebirth, and we're in a constant state of Genesis, and we're in a constant state of transformation or transformation, because we are also energy. And when you start to wake up to that, when you start to search for faith, when you start to question everything in your life, it's called an awakening. An awakening to that you're a warrior, but you're a warrior of love. An awakening to the false narratives and the propaganda and the misinformation that is out there, that has taken this clay, perfect formed body out of the clay and the dirt of Gaia, and our Creator took from that and molded us into a beautiful being. And then life tried to break that mold, tried to tell us that we were not that which we were created for, and that's warriors. And when you awaken to that, you want to fight all of the external darkness and the perceived evils of this life, and you're searching for something greater than yourself. And what a lot of men, a lot of veterans that I know, and ladies, I know y'all are veterans out there, and I love each and every one of you, and I honor your service. If you're just joining me, this is Gabriel. You found me on Sacred Awakens on KCAA radio, and I'm talking about the journey of becoming a man, and honoring veterans. And ladies, without you, we would not be here. Not one man could be here, and we owe you so much more than you've been given. And I'm only speaking today as a man because that's my physical bodysuit that I wear. But ladies, I'm here to tell you that being a man is awakening to the feminine nature within you as well, and learning to appreciate the fact that you have emotions, that you have feelings, that you have love, and that you love being held and nurtured by nature of the woman, the feminine presence of the universe, which brings life to everything. Mother Earth, Mother Nature, right? Pachamama, grandmother, the one grandmother that birthed you, you pay homage to. And when you are out searching for yourself and you're awakening to who you are, that feminine energy comes in you and lets you realize that, yeah, you're a fighter, but you were born to fight for love. You were born to search for the equal feminine aspect of you, and that's within yourself. That's where you find that. And when you sink into that feminine energy and you become the balance, the yin to the yang, right? The peace to the war, the light to the darkness, you become complete. One complete, great version or manifestation of who you truly are. And in doing so and embracing that, embracing the feelings, embracing the emotion of it all, in setting in the feminine energy of it all, you are rebirthing yourself into balance, to being centered, to being aligned with your true purpose as a being. And so many of us men, that's taken away, it's stripped away by our fathers taking that programming that they've learned from their father and their father's father and their father's father, and bestowing that on us. And so some of us are chosen. If you're alive right now and you're male, or you're a woman, right now you're alive because you were chosen by your ancestors to awaken and to break that family curse, the curse of alcoholism, the curse of sexual abuse, the curse of addiction, the curse of abandonment. It's all a part of that. It's all necessary for change. And waking up to that is a rebirth out of fire. You're forged out of fire. You're forged out of all of that has ever been within your family lineage since the birth of light. And if you think about that, there's power in that. There's power in knowing that you were chosen. There's power in knowing that all your ancestors tried, and you're the one that's awakening to the fact that, yeah, man, I'm here to do this. I'm not going to be reincarnated because, I'm complete. I'm complete. That external woman that I've been chasing is within me, and then you become balanced. You become balanced in your masculine and your feminine energy, and then you can set in the fact that, man, you know what? I love being held and I love holding, right? And I deserve to be fought for I will fight for you. And but I'm gonna do it without a weapon. The weapon is my voice. It's my energy. Because our creator is our shield, and we're shielded from all the external negativity when we set in the violent flame of who we are and let everything burn away. Like my beard and my hair, if you could see me right now, it's red, it's fire, because fire burns the essence away of who we were so that we can be rebirthed into something new. That's when you become the alpha or the omega, the flame and the water, the breath. And so many men are waking up to, man, who I was is not who I am. Because I am you, you are me, we are one, we are all one, we are all brothers and sisters in Christ consciousness, fighting in a war that we didn't start, that our ancestors started. and that, the shadow government, the Draco beings, the Anunnaki, our lineage goes way back. And we are the ones that broke out of the lab. We are the ones that took the fruit of knowledge on the family tree of life. That serpent in the garden was not Satan, and it was not Lucifer. It was knowledge, and knowledge is power. And when you wake up to that and you realize that you are the devil, that you are Lucifer, that you are everything, that you are both good and bad, and that historical teachings are written in a way to bring you away from your true nature, which is back to source, back to that energy of life and creation, that essence of birth, of knowing that nothing it can happen except in the moment, here, now, that we're all safe. If you're hearing my voice, this is Gabriel. I'm the angel on the radio, on KCAAA radio, and I'm talking about men and what it's like to be awoken to the great warriors that we are, and learning how to fight with our words, and realizing that each one of us can bring peace into this world by, well, finding the peace within ourselves and manifesting that out into creation. And we do that in love. We alchemize all the negative energies and we turn them into a positive energy. And we radiate that out, because energy cannot be created or destroyed. It magnifies, it expands. It's water, it's electricity, it's sound, it's vibration, it's frequency. And what we put out, we get back. What we put out in life, we get back. What we feel, we get back. And so, what are men waking up to? What are all these veterans waking up to? Well, they're waking up to, man, something doesn't feel right, something doesn't smell right, something doesn't taste right, something doesn't look right. And, a lot of us are being controlled by MK Ultra, by Project Bluebeam, and our minds are our weapon against us. So what happened is we're all called to war, but it's a war within. It's a spiritual war, as above, so below, as within, so without. And, what I was talking about is meeting faith on the beach. And, I had been searching for faith. I've been questioning my faith. I'm always questioning if I have a voice. I'm always questioning if I have the answers. I'm always questioning if I'm on the right road. And the one thing that somebody brought to my life, my ex-wife used to say, trust the process, hold the vision. And trusting the process is having faith in the process, faith and trust and all those things. And going out and having faith and going and seeking it. And I always sought it at the water, the river, the lake, the pond, the stream, and mainly the ocean, because I have this calling for the ocean. And, the day that I was searching for faith and met her on the beach, there was an instant energy of comfort and just peace. And, we have maintain the conversations, and constantly, time and time again, we go in these deep conversations about spirituality. And last night I remember thinking, as we're here on the beach and I have faith in the world, I have faith that there's peace. And at that time there were some couples arguing, and we were both reminded of, outside that vehicle there is war, there's chaos right around us in our little area, but right there where we were, there were peace. I believed in peace, she believed in peace, and believed in love. And oddly enough, she had this little light in there, a little neon light that said love. And that's the path to love, is having faith, and then having the strength to realize and turn that faith into what? Knowledge, power. Because having faith in yourself, having faith in whatever you believe, and then feeling it and projecting it out into the world, that becomes a physical manifestation of what you feel inside. So if you have faith in love and you project it out in the world, you're going to experience love and you're going to see love. If you have faith in trust, then you're going to have trusting people in this world, and you're going to be able to trust what you see. And if you have faith in yourself, then you're going to become that warrior of light that you've always been, and know that you can stand fast against any giant. And it was funny. She said, do you believe in giants? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, man, if a giant comes in here, I'm out of here. I'm like, not me, man. I'm going to fight that giant. And, the thing of it is the giant in this scenario is life. And if I've been the giant, I've also been David, and I've defeated the giant. So I have faith that no matter if a giant comes out on that beach out of the water, that I'm going to be able to handle whatever that scenario in that giant of life is. And I'm going to have faith, love, light, and a shield of our Creator to battle that. And isn't that what becoming a warrior is all about? Isn't that what life is about, is slaying that giant, right? But you don't have to physically slay it. Speak to it. Hey, man, what are you doing here? You're kind of scary. Love you. Right? I mean, because we've been the giant. If we've been the water, we've been the boulder. I mean, if you think about that, and water's rushing down this boulder, that water's power that it generates turns that boulder into a stone into a pebble into sand. And what filters water? Sand. So that boulder was turned into another form of energy by the water, but a boulder cannot turn that water into anything. And I mean, that's the strength that we have within. That's why water is so pure, and so because the water on this earth makes everything. Let's think about that. It makes life, H2O, right? And what is oxygen, right? You can't have anything without water. And, so if you think about that, and you think that from a spiritual context, Mother Creator is life. It's a water. We are salt water. We are born, tears are salt. We are 90% salt. The ocean is 90% covered in water. That's a correlation there, right? We are born in a womb, right, wrapped in a placenta, kind of like the firmament that surrounds the earth, okay? And so we are in a womb, and we are in what? Salt water. Salt water, right? Our semen is salt. Salt water is the key of life. Without it, water, we would not have anything on this earth or anywhere else in the universe. So you can think about that as the Creator. You can think about that as the essence of life. And when we start to have faith in what we know, that becomes our truth. And knowing is the birth of knowledge, which is the one true thing that everything is afraid of, because the truth sets you free. And the truth is that love is the only thing that exists. And when we have faith in each other, and we love ourselves, and we love the others around us, and we love thy enemy, right? Then what are we doing? We're changing the world in that. And when we come together with other beings that feel the same way, how powerful is that? If you think of it as Adam in the Bible and Eve, and you think about Adam as a atom and Eve as an electron, and when you're vibrating and you come together, that is the masculine and the feminine coming together. That is a man and a woman coming together in holy union of life. And we are supposed to create. But so many of us go out procreate, right? We're out looking, hey, she's hot. Oh, now you got a baby and you got all kinds of other stuff going on. But we can create by coming together and creating love, creating peace, creating a world, heaven, bringing heaven back to earth, which is what we are here to do. We are the ones that we've been waiting for, men, women, right? And we've let so many people fight before us. We let the Romans, right? Romans fought, the Catholics fought, the Knights Templar fought, the Freemasons fought, the Revolutionary War, there was fight. Everything's been about fighting, but nobody's been standing up and being like, hey, man, I'm not going to fight for that anymore because I'm love, right? The hippies had it right. I mean, we're all hippies. Everything repeats a cycle. Well, guess what? A lot of us hippies died, man, right? We were all make love, not war. And what people don't realize, making love means alchemize love, turn war into love. Right? Make love, not war. But then they gave us the government invented acid and gave it to us hippies, and then we took it, and then what did we do? We spit on the troops, man. Right? In Vietnam, that's what we did. My dad was spit on. And so we're out there saying make love, not war, and we became war because we took a bunch of LSD, and then they killed us, and then we were reincarnated, and now we're back at it again. But this time we're not going to die, because what we realize now is in order to make love, we got to take the opposite of love and manifest that into love. It doesn't mean physically coming together. Hey, let's make love. I mean, that's fun. Yeah, but that's not what it's about. It's about alchemizing the negativity, the dark, and turning it and bringing it to the light, and turning it into love, whatever it is. Turn it into love. Anything that's not love is of destruction, right? So after a fire, the love that Mother Earth has, it brings back life. So if love is life and light is life, then death is darkness, darkness is death. You can't have one without the other. And so as we wake up, men, as we wake up, ladies, we realize that we've let Jesus fight for us and die for us. We've let Buddha, I mean, all these people have actually given their lives so that we can exist. And man, a lot of people that gave their lives are no longer here. So why not, since you're here and you're alive, wake up to the fact that, man, I'm not going to die. I don't want to die. I want to live. I want to usher in the golden age. I want to bring heaven to earth. I want to bring the truth to the light. I want to bring the darkness to the light. I want to make the truth and love symbiotic in my coexistence here on this earth. And I want to meet other people like me and like other hippies that are waking up, man, going, man, they really got us that time, man. They tricked us with some LSD and we were all out there, and now, hey, we're back. I mean, that's reincarnation. But this time we remembered, and there can't be a great reset, because that's all that history has been, is a great reset, all you warriors, right? All you veterans. Jesus isn't coming to save us. The first time that he did that, it didn't work out. We're here to save ourselves through Christ consciousness. And we're ready to battle without battling. And we're standing up because we're fighting for peace and love. And that's what I'm going to do. I'll put down my gun. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to fight your wars anymore. I don't fight for anybody but myself. I mean, there's power in that. That's where the power lies. Not giving our sexual power away. Not giving our power of authority away. Not giving our authority away. That's rebirth. That's Genesis. That's life. And we can create so much more than we're capable of. And we're so much more powerful than we're capable. And that's all because we've always believed everything that's written. And we've always believed everything that we've been told. And we've always believed. And now, it's time to stop believing. Seeing is not believing. Believing is seeing. The lenses of your eyes are concave because you're seeing a concave structure of reality. And your brain's trying to piece it together based on how you feel. And what you feel, your brain manifests as reality into this world. So if you want to think about it, if God created us, then we are all the fingers of God. We're all the fingers of God reaching out into the universe and living and experiencing life as the creator, a finger of the creator. And there's billions and billions of fingers, kind of like a jellyfish or starfish with all the little things, an octopus. We are a metaphoric energy octopus out there with our tentacles and everything, and feeling everything in all dimensions, and experiencing all that there is, the good, the bad, the negative, the positive, the darkness, the light. And when we all wake up to the fact that we are all that, it's in us, then we are a fabric of the universe. And we can't die. And the universe can't exist without all of us in it, because we all help create it. And that goes on for infinity. It's mathematics. It's geometry. It's sacred geometry, the 3, the 6, and the 9. Figure out the mathematical equation to 3, 6, 9, and you can solve any problem in the universe. That's Tesla, right? Nikola Tesla he discovered that, and then our government took him out, right? Donald Trump's, grandfather, Byron Trump took his technology, free energy, hit it, right? They reset us. They reset us through a great flood. They reset us through an asteroid. They've reset us through burning the earth. No, they're not going to reset us anymore. The dark has lost. They can't control the outcome. We control the outcome. Whatever the event's going to be is going to have the equal or opposite effect. That's what's going on. That's why I just kind of laugh when I see that. I look out into the world and it's a great big show, and we're the director, we're the producer, we're the actor, we're both the medicine and the disease. We are the medicine. Life is the ritual. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Semper Fi. What's that mean, Marines? Carpe diem. Seize the day. All we have is the day. All we have is the moment, because everything is created within the moment of now. Both the future, the past, the present. And the things that seem so hard are the things that are most rewarding. And those are the things we should be the most grateful for, because those are the things that teach us the most. And we're always chasing that feeling of what was instead of living in the feeling of what is. And we're all engaged in all this propaganda and all this media and being told who we are, and we're getting on social media and we're living a fake life. Fake book. It's not Facebook. It's the book that steals your face. Think about this, right? Apple phones. They say it's knowledge, but it's not. Apple means I. So they're constantly spying on you. And that's what the media is doing. And then they take your thoughts and then they redigest them and they try to get you to live in fear. And that's what we need to wake up for. 11/11, Veterans Day. It's wake up day, man. Veterans, let go of all of the past, man, and let go of all the suffering. We're not being spit on anymore. We don't have to set in question why our brothers and sisters died. They died for a lie, and we are the living voices to bring forth their voice and speak for those that can no longer speak, and speak for those that are scared, and to fight for our women and to fight for our babies, and to let women know, when we're at war, we're always, the one thing that keeps us alive is love. Love for ourselves and not wanting to die. Love for wanting to fight for love. And the memory of coming home to our loves, our dogs, our sisters, our brothers, our mothers, our aunts, our uncles, and of course our partners. And, whether it's our wife or our husband, because, above we're both masculine and feminine. So down here, what does it matter who you fall in love with, man? If it makes you feel happy and it gives you a reason to get through the war and come back home. I don't know a man out there that doesn't want to spend more time with their family. I don't know a man out there that doesn't want to spend more time with their son and their daughters and be a man that their fathers weren't. Or maybe you're a single parent and you just want to be the mother and father that your mother and father wasn't. Maybe you were growing up and you got into trouble, and so you got put in prison, or you got put in an orphanage, or you got put in a foster home, or you got put in somebody's house that you didn't choose, and then that structure drove you crazy, and you became schizophrenic, which is a label that they do, or you have a borderline personality disorder, or you have ADHD, or those are all learned behaviors to make you feel crazy. And when we don't identify with that, when we don't identify with our name, when we don't identify with our skin color, when we don't identify with our political view, when we don't identify with the diseases that they say I have or you have, dis-ease, all it means is you're not in ease. And so what do? They take the sacred medicines of the earth, like Mary Jane, like mushrooms, like DMT, like mescaline, cactuses, mushrooms, plants, and then they take it, turn it into pharmaceutical drugs, and they give us the drugs that make us more at dis-ease and question ourselves, and they take away the plants that they derive those from and tell us that that's the poison. And then they poison our food and they tell us what's good is actually what's bad and what's bad's good. So if we're living in the land of Alice in Wonderland, because that's what it is, everything is opposite. What they say is good is actually bad. What they say are demons are actually angels. What they say is war is actually an opportunity for peace. What they see as fear is actually what? Confidence. Tears are nothing more than your strength coming out as the salt of your soul. When you cry, you become stronger. It's a release. It's a release of sadness, loneliness. It's a release of anger. It's a release of fear. It's a release of abandonment. It's the essence of your soul going out into this world so that it can be alchemized into something greater. A tear rolls down our cheek, and then if we cry enough, it becomes a puddle, and the puddle becomes, right, and it just grows. And what a great day to celebrate rebirth than Veterans Day. Honoring those that are still alive. It's not Memorial Day. So what happens if we would just go through life and honor the people that were here while they're still alive instead of waiting till their death? Because we've also been conditioned that we die. That's what the reset is about. Every time we wake up to who we are, they reset the clock. The digital time clock that they have us chasing. We're all chasing time, more time, more time. And then we get to the end and we're like, man, we don't have any more time because we were chasing a fake dollar and we were chasing time and we were telling ourselves on our birthday that we are old when we're not. We're young. When we go to the doctor and they say you're dying and we believe we're dying, then we die because we become what we believe. And that is not what is. That's what was. And so Veterans Day, you're a veteran of multiple battles. A veteran means that you survived something. You survived trials and tribulations. You don't have to go to war to do that. And then some of us go to war. And the war with ourselves never ends when we go through that process until we decide to fight no more, until we decide to step out of it. The Veterans Administration is one of the worst administrations on this earth because they don't help veterans. They give us medicine, they try to kill us. Just like they try to send us to war and kill us. Because they send us to a war that is not what it is. It's a spiritual war. Israel is not real. It's a place that was developed by the matriarchs of this country, which has become the world, which is all the higher matriarchs that have been here since the existence of time, and they just keep regenerating, and they have all the money, and we are enslaved. America is a corporation. Israel is a corporation. We are bonds, publicly traded, for them to make money. So we are all slaves. We are enslaved and indebted to the society that is controlling us by fear. And many of us have fought for that. Many of us have died for that. Many of us have died an emotional death because when we come back, we're wounded. Our hearts are wounded. And we've seen so much that most fear to see. And then we don't want to see it and we don't want to be it. And then some of us take our lives. Some of us meet our Creator and are sent back and said, no, your time's not now. You have a voice. And that's me. That's you. That's us. That's we. That's faith. We are the unity in the community. We are the veterans of life. All of us. I salute every veteran out there. I love the Navy. I love the Marines. I love the Army. I love the Air Force. I love the Coast Guard. But it's unnecessary. The military is unnecessary. War is unnecessary. Killing is unnecessary. If our Creator made everything, that means that Creator made our enemy too. And the only reason they're our enemy is because we are being told by governments that govern all governments, and every single continent are all of the same. It's the same energy. Whether you want to call it them reptilian, Draco, Anunnaki, whatever you resonate with. And they are trying to control the narrative, and they are no longer in control. And that's why you see the chaos, the turmoil. That's why you see all of the celebrities checking out, man. Right? And that's why you see some of the government officials checking out. That's why you see the government falling apart. Trump's over there crying about the government that he helped make. He's on trial in a government that he helped make that we all know is corrupt, and now he's saying it's corrupt because he's being charged. Biden family's being charged. They're crying. What about all of us that were charged? What about all of us that have been to jail or been to prison? Right? I mean, now they're getting a taste of their own medicine. And I got news for you. They're all one evil. Trump is Biden. They're just wearing different suits. And every government is the same version of every leader. And when we wake up to that, when we realize that we're not electing the greater of the good, we're electing the greater of the evil, and we're being told that they're good and they're not good. And so what do? We wake up. Stop voting. Stop buying those products. Stop believing the celebrities that are endorsing them. Wake up. All it does is take looking out into this world and seeing the positive in the world, no matter what's presented. If you see war, then that's an opportunity at peace. If you see something you fear, confront it. It's a bully. If it's a demon, hey, what's up, demon, man? What do you're not taking me today. Why are you here? You take away the fear of it. You take away their power. The power is fear. Your power is love. Your power is light. Step into that. When you step into that, you are protected by the Creator. You're a divine being of light and love, and you're here to fight a war, a spiritual war. And to do that, you can't use weapons. When you're fighting a spirit, no weapon is going to be good against a spirit. Not a spear, not a dagger, not a nuclear bomb, not a missile, not a bullet, not a knife. No, it's your spirit against their spirit. Light casts out darkness. Darkness cannot cast out light. I mean, that's just simple. Boil it down to science. That's what it is. We're science. And all the science we've been created is not right. Quantum physics. To know quantum physics is to know nothing about quantum physics. To question the laws. Question authority. But you don't have to go out and willingly hurt other people in order to do that. I'm not saying, hey, well, let's just go out and get drunk and drive. No, man, that's not what I'm saying, because that's just not a good person. Regardless of the law, you're putting your life at jeopardy. You're putting other people's life in jeopardy. How do you know? Because I used to drink and drive, and then I got charged with it, and I learned my lesson. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we should stand up and question, why are we being pulled apart with COVID? Why are we being pulled apart with social media? Why are we looking at everybody as any color, any race, any religion? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If I'm God, you're God. Treat everybody like they're God. Become God-like. Become Christ-like. Christ-like. What's to be Christ-like? To do the best you can. To do the best you can each and every day. To try to treat people with love, passion, grace, and treat them as though they were you, because they are you. They're a reflection of you. This world is a reflection of you. And when we wake up to that, when we start lifting up the women and treating them as our equal, when the women start stepping up and realizing that they are equal and that they don't have to fight us. The fight's not with us. The fight's with them. And, women are some of the most powerful creatures in the world. We couldn't have a baby. We couldn't endure a lot of the emotional situations that they go through, because we cry, right? We go in and cry. I know, man, men, if you're not crying, you're crying in the closet. You're crying somewhere and you're hiding it. But, man, women are strong and they fight. Man, can those women fight? And they have a right to fight because they've been suppressed and held down. There's not very many strong women in the Bible. There's not very many strong women. If you go back and look, they're all made villains. They're all made demons. You got Mary Magdalene. You got ISIS. You've got Lilith, right? Eve, even Mary. I mean, everybody takes the woman and makes them not equal, but we're all equal. We're all equal, and we're all deserving of being equal. We're all deserving of the pursuit of life and liberty and happiness. The pursuit. And then we're guaranteed that. And that, they say that's a constitution. It's one law. We are all born perfect, and we are here to use our discernment on what that is. And that discernment has been taken away. The whole system of duality is not reality. We are all one. We are all unified. We are all here to be symbiotic in life, not parasitic. And waking up to that is not easy. This is Gabriel. This is Sacred Awakens on KCAAA radio. And what you're listening to is me describe what it's like to awaken to the sacredness within and to be audible about it. I mean, think about it. Sacred Awakens is at Audible Studios sharing an angel's point of view and sending that vibration out into the cosmos. I'm being audible. I'm being a voice. But I can't speak for you. I can't speak for America. I can't speak for the universe. Only you can do that. And when we become united and speak the same thing, that energy is transforming. When we all start turning off the TVs, stop listening to the news, stop listening to the media, put down the social media and go out into the community and be social, take back our power, defy the structures that we have been enslaved in, stand in our no, standing up to the toxicity, the narcissism of the universe, because it's equal and it's opposite. There's ebbs and there's flows. And when we step out of that, when we just set in our now and with us, and we question what it is that we want, the soul knows. And it tells you. And when you go within and you connect with your creator, with your higher self, the things in life that no longer serve you tend to be taken away or fall away. And sometimes it hurts because what we loved is being taken away. But if it's being taken away and that's the death of that, then the rebirth of whatever is to come is going to be amazing, because there cannot be any life without death. There cannot be, think about that. When fire comes across, what comes out? Rebirth. If you get a tsunami or a hurricane or a flood, there's rebirth. If the wind comes in and blows the buildings down, there's rebirth. And each and every time we learn more. We learn how to build a better foundation, a better community, a better structure, a better temple, right? And isn't that symbolic for who we are? The temple of our soul, right? We're constantly rebuilding the temple of our soul. And so many of us spend time in our head and not enough time in our body. Not enough time in our body. We spend so much time in our head that we are not building the foundation to house the temple that houses the light of our soul, because we're always going into a church or a cathedral, and we're always looking for it in the very place that it's not, because God's not found in a dwelling built by the hands of men, because we carry that with us wherever we go. It's our home. And we're being called back into nature, the forest, the water, to be reborn in the energy of life. And to honor thy mother and father means our mother Gaia and our father creator, right? But, I see it as our mother creator, because the birth of light is the birth. And so honoring the feminine energies while maintaining masculine, honoring the masculine energies while maintaining being a feminine, and then it's all coming back together in union as one love, one breath, one thought, one heartbeat, and standing unified in that so that we can become a circle which goes on for life, right? 3.15 to infinity. That is infinity. Infinity is the circle of life. The figure 8, that's 2 circles. Is that not 2 circles and joined in an infinite loop? Yeah. So, Veterans Day. Honor your veterans. They're struggling. They're wanting to go out and fight a war that it's not for them. They want to stay home, find themselves, love themselves again. Ladies, hug your men. Hold your men. Fight for your men. They'll fight for you and they'll hold you. Men, let down your walls. Let down your walls. Show your emotion. Speak. Love. Love yourself again. Hug yourself. This world is a beautiful, vast place. The journey of faith. The story of love. The story of finding each other once again. Connecting in this universe, raising the vibration of the world so that the universe is back in harmony. And we vibrate at the tune of our Creator in an infinite symphony of life. That's where I'll be this Veterans Day. I love you. I love all of you. I'm proud to be a veteran. I'm happy that I'm alive. And I pray for peace. One love. Gabriel, Sacred Awakens. See you next time. Bye-bye.